How y'all doing? It's Friday. That is a Friday. I swear, I told you before. Weekends come every time you turn around. Just got to get through that hump day. Slide right into the weekend. And I hope yours goes real good. And so what's going on in the neighborhood? Well, before I get started, I don't have my board up here today. I don't Randy's hog over there. I don't have my board over here. Somebody asked me what's in my shop. Bunch of junk. Old Harley fender that I used. I made a new fender for an old boy, so there's the old one. My fighting helmet there in case I get in a fight with a ninja and stuff, and my anvil and crap and all the hammers and shit that I beat on crap with. It's just full of junk in here. Let me see if I can shut this back down. There we go. Let me see if I can get that right. Let's see. There you go. Alright. So, what I do have today is my pad. I wrote on my pad today because I've been busy today. It's a beautiful day down here in South Texas. I hope the weather is beautiful wherever you are. Now, before I get started, I got in a conversation with an old boy, and I was told that sometimes I'm hard on religion. Well, yeah, I guess I am sometimes. But there's only two times that I get involved in religion. When religion is being tried to be shoved into my laws, or when I catch somebody who swears up and down they're a Christian doing something very unchristian, you know, like asking your mistress to get an abortion, stuff like that. That is relevant to the political discussion that goes on around this country. Those are relevant facts. So if you get caught, I'm going to call your ass out. If you try to institute some Sharia law, I'm going to call your ass out. If you try to make me drink wine on Sunday and make it eat a cracker, I'm going to call you out. I don't want that shit in my laws. And the old boy had said, well, things are changing because, you know, Jeff Sessions, he thinks that's unconstitutional. And it's true. Jeff Sessions once said that he thought the separation of church and state was unconstitutional. I don't think so, Jeff. I think it's pretty damn clear. And but I wanted to read something because you know these old boys how they love the founding fathers. You know, those people that founded this country and thought everything through, so they put it down on paper and everything so we could read up here in the future. And no shit. Thomas Jefferson, he's one of them founding fathers. And this is where that wall of separation comes from. This is where that dialogue. He said, Christianity neither is nor ever was a part of common law. Erecting a wall of separation between church and state is absolutely essential in a free society. Christianity neither is nor ever was a part of common law. Erecting a wall of separation between church and state is absolutely essential in a free society. Founding father, that's what he said. That's what he said. And that's why I don't want religion in my politics. So I get upset when I see the religious right up there, making sure that every federal judge in this country has some religious test to pass before they're allowed. And that's bullshit. And Donnie's taken that whole thing to an extreme. But anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there because, you know, I have conversations with people and I don't want to call anybody out. But anyway, you know who you are. So, no offense or anything, that's just my opinion. That's what I do sometimes because that's my thought process. So what's going on? Well, I seen Sarah Huckabee up on the podium today. You know, this thing going back and forth with this, the death of LaDavid Johnson, one of the 4 soldiers killed, is a continuing debate back and forth, and it's just so pitiful to see it degrading, and to know that all of this started because Donnie Boy can't keep his mouth shut. Donnie can't be in a public speaking situation without digging a turd out of his butt and throwing it out there randomly. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. He doesn't even know if he's researched it yet. And he shows that. And he says stupid shit. And then he gets challenged on it. And then everybody starts arguing, oh, well, you're making a big thing. No, Donnie made a big thing of this. And Donnie continues to make a big thing of it. She was out there talking about General Kelly's coming out. General Kelly, you know, a fine military officer. He's just like Flint. Are you kidding me? You're going to take your whole career and put it on the line for Donald Trump, the man that lies and cheats and steals this country blind every day. That's who you put him behind. But anyway, Kelly came out and he told a story. But in that story, he was talking about that Congresswoman Wilson down in Florida, and he was talking about an FBI building that was being dedicated down in Florida. And Kelly said that yesterday that she got up there and bragged at the podium about how she got the funding for this building, and that she was really rootin' herself, what he called an empty barrel. And damn, it's the damn shit ass thing about this fact check shit. Well, yeah, they fact checked that story. It's not true. There's actually a recording of the event that he's quoting her talking about, and so it's an untrue story. They got the whole dialogue out there. She doesn't say anything about it. She's talking about the dedication to the FBI, man, that they're dedicating the building to, naming the building after. And throwing the little funding fact that the building was funded in 2010. That's long before she was even elected into Congress. So yeah, it's a lie, and it's an untrue story that Kelly told. Now the rest of his story was, I'm sure, personal and heartwarming and everything else. But he's out there, you know, he calls her an empty barrel. I'm worried about him becoming an empty general. He's been relegated down to that guy that walks behind the elephants with a shovel, because that's his job, is to walk behind Donnie the Dick and pick up the shit that he throws down. That's what General Kelly has been relegated to. That's what you've taken your career to. That outstanding military career that you had is now walking behind the president, picking up his turds that he drops all the time. That's who he is now. I'm sorry to see that too. Because in the end, like I said before, with General Kelly, you're going to end up with Trump shit. Get some of that Trump toilet paper stuff, and get ready to get that Trump shit smear all off of you. But it won't be possible, because there's not enough of that stuff to get that stink off of you once you get in there. Anyway, what else? Oh, Donnie. Well, Donnie's playing the game, baby. He can make federal judgeships. These are appointments for life. But it's unusual. It's not illegal. And no, he can do this. But it's unusual, very unusual, they said, for presidents to actually interview specific judges for a judgeship, a federal judgeship. But Donnie's very interested in two of them. There's two of them. I didn't write down their names because I'm going to delve into this story, because I think there's a lot to learn here. But there's two guys. One of them, both of the guys, have ties to Donnie and Donnie's businesses. All right? There is a connection somewhere in there. That's what they said. I'm going to dig into it. But he wants them up for federal judgeships in Manhattan and Brooklyn. Yep. The two places where Trump has a lot of properties, where it would be beneficial to Mr. Donnie to have somebody in there that can clean up Donnie's tiny little hands when Donnie shits all over the place, or get rules and regulations passed. You know, a lot of shit that Donnie's going to get sued with. He's trying to put a friendly judge on the panel. That's what he's doing, and that's pitiful. You know, a little thing here that I saw about he said in his Trump Towers he has a Renoir. It's two sisters on a balcony or something like that. It's very expensive, very famous painting, Renoir. Anyway, it's not. it's not a real painting. He says it is, but it's not. The real one is hanging in the Chicago Museum, but it's hanging right around the corner from the fake Time magazine cover, the same one that he has down there in his Trump Golf Club and International Bribe Collection Centers, of Donnie on the cover of Time magazine. He's a fake. He's a fake liar. He just embellishes everything up with some kind of bullshit and expects everybody to believe him. And then when he is called on his shit, he blames somebody else. Donnie is Mr. Blamer, Mr. Find me a scapegoat, because that's what he's going to do. He will never take responsibility for what he does. Richard Spencer spoke at the University of Florida last night in Gainesville. Huh. Had a little problem there, did you, Richard? Had a little crowd there chanting out in the audience and outside. Shit, they were chanting all over the place. I couldn't even hardly hear his ass. And I like that. I like it. People say, well, that's you're interfering with free speech. You know, I don't mind an opposing opinion, a discussion on I don't like hate. I don't like the shit that man puts out there. So is it a debate? No, it's not a debate on whether or not you can own black people. It's not a debate on whether or not you're going to have a white nation in the United States. It ain't going to happen, you asshole. So that's hate speech. And we don't put up with hate speech. So everything he's spewing last night was not, it's his freedom of right to say it. He sat up there and said all he wanted. You just couldn't hear his ass because there's a lot of people saying what they thought. And if you can't stand the heat, stay out the kitchen. But that, you know, like I said, I don't mind a reasonable debate. We should have a reasonable debate in this country about everything. But I'm not going to debate you on whether or not you get to have a white nation. Not on the... Anyway, there was a ruckus last night, an old Texas boy. Now go figure that shit. Yeah, we got a lot of them down here. But y'all remember, there are a whole lot of Democrats in this state, and we're trying to turn it blue. And I think we're going to have a shot. I know we're getting rid of mine because they're going to redraw my district. And we're going to get my guy out of here. Anyway, Tyler Tenbrick, he's from Texas. He's a white nationalist. He wants to preserve our heritage and the American way of life. That's what he says. Hey, what did he do? He shot into a crowd of protesters. He didn't hit anybody, hit the building, but he shot him. Everybody saw him. Everybody looked there. And the two guys with him, William and Colton Fears, I don't know where they're from. They're right there next to him. They're wearing these Nazi shirts and crap. Freaking white supremacist cockroaches. And these two guys are yelling, yeah, shoot him, kill him, kill him. You know, just like when Spencer was up in Charlottesville. These are the same cockroaches. They arrested him. They're charging him with murder. I mean, with attempted murder or attempted assault or something. He shot into the crowd. And I think they got William and Colton Fears, they got $1 million bond on each. And I think Tyler Tenbrick, he's got a $3 million bond on his ass because I think he's going in prison. I think so, because that's where cockroaches need to go. And, oh, don't get me started. I'm trying to keep my blood pressure down. But, you know, like I said, George W. was right. Bigotry has been emboldened in our country. They've come out of the woodwork. We've seen more of this crap since Donita Dick has been in there than we have in years. And it's because they believe he is their standard bearer. He will back them up. They're cockroaches in this country. Anyway, it says I wrote down there that old saying, what you allow is what will continue. And we can't allow this to stay on this course. We have ex-presidents standing up, both Republican and Democrat, saying in plain English without having to say his name, look at what's happening. This is a Democrat and a Republican. That's how come we say we can't save the cockroaches. We can't save those guys that were arrested last night. Those are the minions of Trump, the deplorable assholes that Hillary pointed out, the racist, narcissist, misogynist, the sexist, all those little assholes. The deplorables cannot be saved. It's the other Republicans that we have to convince that, look, the emperor has no clothes. Look what this guy is doing to our country. He has split this country, not down the middle, baby, because there's more on our side. But he's trying to divide us, because that's how you conquer us. What continues is what we allow. Mueller has got to come through soon, I'm hoping. If not, impeachment. On many reasons. Russia, pick one. The emollients clause, because he keeps making money at his bribe collection centers and dragging the Secret Service and everybody else over to his properties so he can make lots of money. But even that's small potatoes to what I am sure is happening all around the world. All around the world where he has properties and influence. And now he's president of the United States. What do them Christians always say? Lord, help us. Well, if you're a Christian, it'd be a good time to start praying to your God about helping us. Get rid of that asshole. Because the more of the religious right that stand up and tell me that you believe Trump is a Christian, I call you a liar. I call you a blasphemous. You are just vile. I will spew you out lukewarm. Isn't that what he said? You're lukewarm if you support Donald Trump. You're not true. You're lukewarm or cold, baby. Anyway, see, I've been around this block a few times. I've been accused of a lot of stuff. I won't spew me out because I'm lukewarm, baby. I know what temperature I am. I don't have to worry about where I'm going. I'm not going anywhere. Anyway, that's about all I got today. It's Friday, and I hope you enjoy your weekend. I'm going to be here tomorrow and dig around. I'll show you my river. My river dropped like a rock. I think she's back down to about 8 feet now. I really do wish they would have kept it at about 18 feet. It's perfect for my bank. But now I have 2 banks to walk down, but one of them's real muddy, so I got to wait till it dries before I can throw a hook out there again. But I did notice the big blockage of crap that was right across the river from me, some logs and shit that had all that washed away, I guess. So the other side of my river looks a little clean now, so that's good. I'll be able to fish over in that area now. Anyway, that's about all I got. Like, share, and subscribe. John Bernabeu, Blue Dot in Texas on YouTube. John Bernabeu on Facebook. John Bernabeu Speaks is my fan page. Hello, Don. How you doing, buddy? And on Twitter at Blue Dot in Texas. And Tim, I'm glad to see you back, buddy. Holler at me. I've missed several shows on Tim's show, the Tim Cormal show, and I saw an email. I totally missed it. I've been so busy that I have messages and emails amongst all of the life stuff that you deal with that I'm way behind on in everything. And that's the story of my life. I'm a dollar short, a day behind and all that stuff. What do they say? Anyway, y'all enjoy yourself, and we'll see you tomorrow.